There exists an ancient Tomb King artifact that can restore a person's flesh to some degree. The ogres, believing to have found an infinite meat supply, gladly took it away. The Tomb Kings, now awakened, are enraged by this theft and have set out to reclaim it. Welcome everyone to our 2000 points battle Ogres vs Tomb Kings. This battle is part of our 2024 Friends competition.
Welcome fellow Old World inhabitants. Today we're playing 2000 points Tomb Kings versus the Ogre Kingdoms. I'm playing Tomb Kings, a royal host Tomb King army list. So, from this side, this is a unit of skeleton chariots, full command. A unit of royal host infantry. I got 13 warriors and 14 archers, and this is a level 2 mortuary priest. Here I got 3 necropolis knights, also full command. Screaming skull catapult with skulls of the foe. 19 tomb guards. I know they look like grave guards, but they are tomb guards. With a tomb prince, he's a level 1, and a tomb herald, who is the BSB. Then a lord on his dragon with the blade of Antarak and armor of the ages. He's also a level 1. And then finally 3 chariots, 3 more chariots full command. Alrighty.
Welcome back, Warhammer nerds. Ogre Kingdoms versus Tomb Kings. Once more. Let's just get to it. On the left flank of the Ogres, we have the club of 4 man-eaters. They have Vanguard, they have poisoned attacks. The champion has a heavy weapon. They all have iron fists and abrasive ogre pistols. And the champion also has a ruby ring. We have 1 giant. Over here we have 1 unit of 4 iron guts, no command. 1 unit of 3 ogre bulls with iron fists, no command. 1 unit of 5 iron guts with just a standard bearer. Then 1 unit of 20 noblars who are food for this slaughtermaster with the grud sickle. He took battle magic. Let's see, we got Curse of Cowardly Flight, Troll Guts, Pillar of Fire and Fireball. Then here we have the big meaty boys, 4 Mournfang cavalry each. They both have a standard bearer. The unit over here has iron fists and they are using the razor standard. A lot of attacks, hopefully a lot of armored banes. Then the rightmost unit of Mournfang, they have heavy weapons and they have the standard that gives them a 5+ regen. Let's find out.
End of turn 1 of the Tomb Kings, we moved upwards with most of the things. We did some shooting, as you can see from here, to stay out of charge range of the Mournfang cavalry. Moved up here with the royal host infantry. Did 2 wounds on the iron guts with shooting, pretty decent with 8 attacks. They moved up just a little bit, so they weren't blocking line of sight for the Screaming Skull catapult. The Screaming Skull catapult actually rolled a hit on the other Mournfang cavalry, but it was saved by Timo, so no wounds were made. The Tomb Guard walked up a little bit. The prince cast Fireball with Ruby Ring of Ruin and did 2 wounds on the Man-Eaters, which is nice. Walked up here with the dragon, stayed out of charge range from the Man-Eaters, and did some more shooting with these chariots, but no wounds were rolled. And that's it for turn 1 of the Tomb Kings.
End of Ogre turn 1. Let's start on this flank. Fireball was dispelled by Fateful Dispel, so nothing there. So the Ogres, nothing with Fireball, but with their shooting they did 1 wound on the chariots. They moved up, no, they actually moved back a little bit after the Vanguard. The Giant moved the teensy-weensy up. We don't want to get too close, that dragon looks very dangerous. In the middle, our core did make quite a movement forward. The bulls here trying to prevent dangerous charge from the cobras. The noblars moved up but still stay close to the slaughtermaster, who has found a cozy place in the woods. The slaughtermaster performed fireball on the chariots, which resulted in 2 wounds. And there's also the pillar of fire, which is it's not very visible over here. It's gonna start moving at the next turn. And the Mournfang moved up quite a bit. They want to get into combat ASAP, and this is how they plan to do it. Let's go to Tomb King turn 2.
End of turn 2 of the Tomb Kings. A very interesting turn, if I can say so myself. As you can see, a lot has happened in the center of the field. What actually happened is the Necropolis Knights, they charged the Ogre Bulls that are fleeing over there. They won combat, and since it was a fleeing unit, the 2 Iron Guts that were on the side had to make a panic test. That one over here failed this panic test, rolled an 11, and then ran all the way behind the Noblars. So, yeah, very bad as you can imagine for Timo, but very, very good for me. We tried to cast some spells. I failed Fireball, didn't do anything. I failed Unquiet Spirits. I did some shooting, was also unsuccessful. Oh no, wait, actually I did 1 wound, killed that 1 man-eater, so that's actually pretty good. That's very good. And then did some shooting over here, but was also quite unsuccessful. Lastly, I didn't charge with the chariot because I was sure I was not going to win that fight, so I actually moved him a little bit over there, turned over here so that I'm going to annoy Mournfang Cavalry a little bit longer. At least that's what I'm hoping. And that's basically it, so we're going to turn 2 of the Ogres.
End of Ogre turn 2. Let's go. Man-eaters used both the Fireball, which succeeded, and also some of the shooting, which wasn't the greatest, but they did 5 wounds total on the chariot, which is good.
Yep.
Also because of the Dry as Dust rule, I must say. Both the man-eaters and the giant moved backwards a little bit. Still fearing that dragon, obviously. Very big, very scary. There was combat between the Stalkers, the Knights.
The Knights, Necropolis Knights.
The Necropolis Knights and the Iron Guts. The Iron Guts didn't do so well, obviously would have lost. Fell back in good order. He's keeping them there in order to have more of an advantage on his charge. My bulls, they rallied and they moved up like this in order to be out of the way here. Here we have Pillar of Fire. The 4 Iron Guts rallied, moved this way. The Noblars moved forward. Slaughtermaster used Fireball on the big tomb unit. Did like 1 wound maybe?
Yeah, 1 wound.
Not that much. And over on the flank, the Mournfang with the heavy weapons crushed the chariots with overwhelming conviction.
Conviction.
Conviction. Smart people play ogres. And then they're just making ready to get back into the battle.
Yeah, so that's the end of turn 2. So 1 addition, I wanted to restrain, which is okay, so I'm going to turn this way counterclockwise, so I'm facing the Mournfang.
End of turn 3 of the Tomb Kings. Not a great turn. I lost my chariots over here, wiped out by the Mournfang Cavalry. Here I also lost my Royal Host Infantry. I did charge with the Necropolis Knight, but they didn't do enough wounds, so they lost wounds in return. Turn around over here, tried something with the Fireball, didn't work. Something with Unquiet Spirits didn't work, and unfortunately had a failed charge with my Dragon.
Ogre turn 4. No? 3.
3, end of turn 3.
End of Ogre turn 3. The Man-Eaters rallied, luckily. They moved to the side 3 inches as was their maximum. The chariot unit you don't see here anymore got shot at and got fireballed at, and that was enough to destroy it. So that's good, for the ogres at least. The giant in a heroic move walked 3 inches back so that he's behind the hill. The dragon currently cannot see the giant or the man-eaters. Over here a reform for both these, for both the bulls and the Iron Guts. Getting them focused on the action. The Iron Guts over here marched forward. The Noblars and the Slaughtermaster, they marched forward. The Slaughtermaster used Fireball once more on the big Tomb Guard unit. I think did like 2-3 wounds. That was okay. Troll Guts on the Iron Guts. This Mournfang unit over here moved up as far as they could towards the battle. Mournfang unit over here had some battle with the Stalker, took 2 wounds, dealt 4. As well as the Pillar of Fire moved through the Knights and through the Scream Skull. Wounds here, 1 wound here. So that's looking a lot better. Let's go to Tomb Kings turn 4.
Right, end of turn 3 of the Tomb Kings. Not the best turn for the Tomb Kings. I lost the fight here with the Necropolis Knight. So the Mournfang Cavalry overran and came in contact with the flank of the main unit of Tomb Guard. The Tomb Guard failed their charge on the Ogre Bulls, and the Lord tried to use his breath attack, but he didn't manage to wound them, and he got 1 wound for dangerous terrain, so that's unfortunate. And then we're going to turn 3 of the Ogres.
End of Ogre, turn 4. The man-eaters moved a little bit up the hill so that they could get a clear shot at the dragon. I think Fireball, no, with shooting they did 1 wound, with Fireball they didn't manage to do any. The giant moved up. Iron Guts tried, all of these Ogres tried to charge this block. This one succeeded, these did not. They have Troll Guts, 5+ though. In the combat here, a convincing win on the Ogre side, not many left as you can see. The Slaughtermaster also tried a Fireball at the Zombie Dragon, that did not succeed. And the Pillar of Fire didn't succeed to manage any wounds either. So that's it for Ogre turn 4. We go to Tomb Kings turn 5.
Turn 5 of the Tomb Kings. I did lose a lot of skeletons still here in the center. However, with help of the Dragon Lord that charged in the flank, we defeated the Iron Guts, and then we overran into the Mournfang Cavalry that gave ground. Here I just turned around, and well, we'll see what will happen. Going to turn 5 of the Ogres.
End of Ogre, turn 5. Left flank, man-eaters moving up. Man-eaters shooting 1 wound of the Tomb Prince. Then Fireball from the Slaughtermaster took 1 wound of the Herald. Then unfortunately the bounce spell, the Ruby Ring fails. Giant moves up. Bulls move out of the way, don't want to lose their points. Iron Guts move up. Noblars move up. Slaughtermaster moves up. This one is dead. The Zombie Dragon handsomely won the combat with Iron Fist Mournfang unit in the back. They run. They luckily don't panic. And the Bone Dragon went after them, but you failed to charge?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the overrun, so the pursuit. So
you failed the pursuit, which means it is now Tomb King's turn 6.
End of the last turn of the Tomb Kings. Bad things first. So I had my Tomb Prince over here. While he was over here, he did a miscast, and I rolled a 3, so that's Dimensional Cascade, so he blew himself up. So that's not so fortunate. The Tomb Herald, he healed 1 wound with the Aright ability of the Lord, and he ran away so that the giant cannot see him, and these as well, so he's safe. And then the best part of this combat is I won here with the dragon. 1 combat, they had to give ground and they overran off the table, and then I overran and I came into the other unit of Mournfang. Yeah, so we're going through the last turn of the game. Last turn of the Ogres. Alright, we come at the end of the game. At the end of the game, the Lord still managed to get the 2 remaining units of Mournfang. Still, that was not enough points to make a difference. So the win will go to Timo, to the Ogres, who have won by about 950 points, if I'm correct.
953, but yes. Very correct.
Yes, so I'm not sure if that's if that constitutes as a major victory or minor.
That I don't know. I know that in the tournament format that comes out to a 16-4.
Okay, yeah. So, anyway, that's the end of the game. It was a very interesting game. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time in the world of Legend. Until then.
Thumbs it up!